Good morning, boys and girls. My name is storyteller Janiel Brown, and today I'll be reading to you a story called My Mommy, the Superhero by Janiel Brown. Are you ready? My name is Ria, and I have a huge secret. I'll tell you if you promise not to tell. I think my mommy is a superhero. At first, I didn't believe it either, but so far, I've been able to find clues of her amazing powers. Let me start from the beginning. Mommy's name is Tabitha King. Everyone calls her Tibbs, but my brother and I call her Mommy. My brother Aaron Jr. is 3 years old, and I am 8. That makes me older than him, so I get to be in charge. Junior wants to be a pilot when he grows up and likes to wear his pilot uniform everywhere. As for me, I want to be a superhero, just like Mommy. My daddy is a pilot working in Trinidad, so for now, it's just mostly me, Mommy, and Junior. I first noticed Mommy's powers when Junior and I fell asleep in front of the television one night. Mommy scooped Junior up and carried him all the way up a million stairs to his room. After she came back downstairs, I kept my eyes shut in hopes that she would do the same to me. Mommy lifted me up so easily and began her journey back up the stairs. I am 8 years old, so I am a big girl, but Mommy made it to the top of the stairs without even sounding breathless. I thought for the first time that she might have super strength, but I still had to be sure. The next moment I saw Mommy's super strength in action was when she was carrying boxes to the car. She carried all 7 boxes piled onto each other. Even though they leaned left and right, she didn't drop a single one. Inside each box was a bunch of books Mommy was giving to our school's book loan scheme. Even more impressive was the fact that Mommy did all this with car keys dangling from between her teeth. "Wow, Mommy, you're so strong!" I exclaimed in wonder as she put the boxes beside the car. "Even the strongest people need help sometimes," Mommy replied before adding, "Would you like to help me open the car?" I quickly hurried over with one thought in mind. If Mommy was a superhero and I was her helper, didn't that make me her sidekick? "Thank you for being such a great help, Ria," she smiled after putting the boxes into the trunk of the car. That night, I could hardly sleep as I thought of all the amazing adventures Mommy and I would have as a mother-daughter superhero team. I imagined what our costumes would be like, me in purple and pink, and her in red and yellow. Her straight black hair in a neat bun, and mine in its usual curly mess. Our brown eyes behind sparkly masks. Of course, we had to keep our identities a secret, even from my brother. I realized that super strength wasn't Mommy's only power when Junior fell down and bruised his knee. Tears filled his eyes, and I began rushing over to help him up, but somehow Mommy got there first. She scooped him up into her arms and gave him a great big hug before asking me to get some ointment from the bathroom cupboard that was in a pink bottle. I could hear Junior's crying as I tiptoed to reach the cupboard above the sink. Mommy and Junior were depending on me. I couldn't fail them now. I grabbed the ointment as well as a Band-Aid and some cotton before returning and handing the items to Mommy. She began cleaning the ugly bruise and singing to Junior as he kicked his legs out to avoid the pain. By the time Mommy was putting on the Band-Aid, Junior's thumb was in his mouth and he was resting comfortably against her chest. She gave the covered bruise a kiss, and Junior removed his thumb to say, "All better now," before hopping out of Mommy's arms and running back outside. That is how I realized that Mommy must also have the gift of healing. This is a very important power for a superhero to have. They are always helping and protecting others from danger. Mommy always patched us up when we fell down and seemed to make our cuts and bruises better with a simple kiss. I also noticed that for all Mommy's hard work, she hardly ever got a thank you or anything in return. Being a hero seemed like hard work and no reward. You did a good job helping me today, Ria. Because of the ointment you brought, Junior's bruise was properly cleaned and will heal well. Mommy pat me on my head before walking away. I had wondered all week and was ready for an answer. Everything seemed to add up. Mommy was very hardworking, loved helping other people, was very strong, and could heal even the nastiest bruises. When I was sad that Daddy had to leave to fly outside of the Caribbean, Mommy made me a bowl of macaroni and cheese, my favorite, and watched movies with me until I felt better. Being cuddled up with her made me just as gooey and warm as my macaroni cheese with the special layer of cheddar cheese on top. Not only could she make the outside bruises better, but the inside ones too. Isn't that what superheroes do? I thought long and hard before asking. I knew superheroes could not reveal their secret identity, but the evidence was too much. I had to know. Mommy, are you a superhero? Mommy stopped on the staircase and turned to look at me. Why do you ask? Because you're always helping others and making things better, I said as she turned away from the stairs and headed for the kitchen. I have something to give you. Only the best helpers of superheroes get these, Mommy whispered as I followed her curiously. Out of the freezer, she took a chocolate ice cream bar, which I stretched for eagerly. Mommy smiled before saying, "Even though I am a hero, you and Junior are my top concerns, and as your mommy, I will always help you first. Now I need you to do one last thing as my helper." I was so excited, I agreed before even hearing what it was. I need you to help Junior by sharing your helper's reward, and then make sure you play with him for a few minutes until he gets tired. Can you do that? My chest puffed with pride as yet another chance to prove myself as the best helper arrived. I can do it. Thank you, Ria. I love you and I'm proud of you. Mommy kissed my forehead before she began heading up the never-ending stairs. And as I ate my frozen treat, I decided that being a hero was rewarding after all. So boys and girls, I would like to ask you, are there any superheroes in your life? What are some pieces of evidence Ria was able to collect in order to confirm that her mother was indeed a superhero? Would you also like to be a superhero? Thank you for joining me for another episode of Online Storytime. Bye!